Hey, we've got some stripper stories for you. Do you want to hear them? I hope so, because that's what this video is. It's pretty obvious. You're the one that clicked on it. Don't get angry at me!
A better you starts today.
Yeah, so we asked you for your stories on strippers, and boy howdy did you deliver. Oh, in case you're wondering, yes, I painted my wall green. Now, let's go into this, shall we? This is the first one. A uni friend from Italy invited a few of us to stay at his place in Milan for a week. Wow, what a stand-up guy. Where's the strippers? One night, he and his friends took us out to a few bars, including one that ended up being a pub with table dancers. It is very Italian, isn't it? No, I don't really feel like getting horny and ripped off at the same time.
No, you can't.
Okay, but only because I feel like if he doesn't see strippers, he's gonna molest me. Milan's finest furniture gymnast was gyrating on the table in front of us, and in the moment of magic, my friend leans forward over the table to grab his phone. Up to the young lady, thrusts into the air, head goes down, pelvis goes up, pelvic bone breaks my mate's nose. I thought there was supposed to be no touching. Dude, not bad. I'm pretty sure that counts as second base. I mean, it would be better if it was pleasurable for one of those involved, but still, damn. You know it was inside a pussy, man. I used to do maintenance on coin-operated pool tables at various locations, including a dodgy strip club. Jesus, what a shit life. No offense. It just sounds so dingy though, doesn't it? And it sounds like a lot of the time while you're doing your job. What was that for? I don't know. Someone always getting smacked over the head in a pool table in the movie. One time I had a drunken patron stab me. Oh, okay, so it was worse than the act out. I probably should have just read on. What a waste of time for everyone. And on another occasion, I found a baggie of ice inside the pool table. And that's a bad thing? Come on, mate. With your lot in life, you need it. If you're getting stabbed at work, you should probably have some ice so you can keep going and don't have to go to the hospital. But my favorite story is when one of the girls helped me strip the old felt off the table I was fixing. Up in nothing but her high heels on. My missus wasn't very happy when she found out that the girl had stripped for me. But wouldn't she be more happy about that than if she actually did do a strip tease for you? Or what, afterwards she just was like, that's not enough of a reward. Dude, if that's the case, I'd leave my wife for the stripper. I worked as a busboy for a club in Melbourne during the lockdowns in 2021. Hang on, how did you have a job during lockdowns in Melbourne? How is stripping a vital service? As if that's not an occupational health and safety. There's enough STDs running around in there as it is. Broke up 2 fights between naked ladies at the dressing rooms. Hey! Looks like there's a bonus to your minimum wage job, huh? Seriously, like, come on. I think that you'd have to be very, very rich to see that happen. Free. That is penalty rates. The club was a super spreader event. Yep, there you go. You were supposed to keep Victoria safe, Daniel Andrews. The club got locked down for a week and the owner went on Sky News saying Dictator Dan hated hard-working Aussies. I still have the clip. Send it. Put it on YouTube. Put it in the comments below. I will pin that, sir. Well, I won't pin it because Daddy's got to sell some tickets to his seminar, but I will put it at the top somehow. You guys are going to do it. That's what's going to happen. You're going to like it. That's awesome. A buddy of mine convinced me to go to the strip club after a bad breakup in my 20s. Yes, because if there's one thing that's going to help you during a breakup, it's looking at a bunch of hot women that you can't touch. Come on, is there anything sadder than a strip club? I really don't think so. Maybe if White Lady Funerals did it while naked. Anyway, long story short, halfway through the night, I'm broke, and my friend comes up with the world's ugliest 48-year-old potbelly C-section stripper. Oh, it's now becoming apparent why your friend insisted that you go to the strip club. What an addict. Imagine this. Imagine owing that woman $20. So I don't know how he managed, but we pretended to use the bathroom and bailed. Whoa. You broke, sad, desperate cunts. Thanks for your story. Living in California, I went to a concert for a hip-hop artist named Trippie Redd. It was at Skid Row, and it was an experience. I was drunk, vibing to music, when I saw a stripper that must have weighed over 200 pounds lift herself up by the pole, upside down. Wow. And I thought that she'd only be useful in a situation where the plane crashed and you could kind of use her as a life raft, but the girl's got talent. This lady pulled herself upside down and then slid down the pole like an Olympian. Was it sexy? No. I think we all could have guessed that. Was it impressive? Most certainly. Yes, sir, it was. Unless 200 pounds isn't as much as I think it is. Hang on. Oh, what? I thought kilos were more than pounds. That actually sucks. 90 kilos isn't that heavy. Please don't charge that heavy. My mate was dating a stripper at the local club. Bit f***ed on both sides. Fair friend. He was there most nights, and she's a bit nuts. Yeah, but don't you think that you'd have to be a bit nuts to go to a strip club every night? Oh wait, that's not the right word. Lonely. Really, really lonely. I hope someone right now is watching this with their partner and they got busted going to a strip club many times. I really hope that. God, I'm mean, aren't I? One time they were having an argument, and so her friend, who was also a stripper, takes her side, of course. My mate doesn't like this, so when it's the stripper's friend's stage time, he sits in the tipping seats and throws a 50-cent coin on stage. Your friend's a king. A king that is about to get beaten up by a Maori, but still. It gets better because the security guard who had to throw him out was his mate and roommate at the time. Wow, now that's a stripper story. Even though it had very little to do with strippers at the end, but still. God damn, what a twist. That should be an M. Night Shyamalan film from 20 years ago when he was still doing good ones. Mate used his whole loan of $2,000 meant for tools, work equipment, TAFE fees on one singular night at the strippers after a night in the valley. Holy hell. Have you ever read a more Queensland sentence in your life? That should be your new slogan. Yes, sick, my apprenticeship money's in. Time to inspect if this pole's safe. Was it a club in Darwin where if you sat near the stage, you would give the current stripper dancing some money and they would grind on you for a bit? Yeah, that's how a strip club works everywhere, not just Darwin. My mate went in for a laugh. The stripper goes to my mate first, and then he pulls out a fresh $2 coin and places it in a lingerie and asks, "What will this get me?" She proceeds to visibly sigh and give him the most unenthusiastic 30-second lap dance. I've been dying of laughter, so I generously gave her a crisp $5 bill. Lap dance also Well, that's something that is not exclusive to Darwin, but should be expected. Come on. I'm surprised she didn't have one leg. I'm the stripper. Wow. They cloned all of them from you. I worked at a club in Las Vegas back in 2021. She actually sounds like a much hotter stripper than the one in Darwin. We had a guy come in and he was throwing money on stage. Upon closer look, we realized he was making it rain with counterfeit bills. God damn. Now that's an American tale. In lieu of calling security, we put something in his drink to make him shit his pants. I think we're gonna have to end on that one. Madam, I would tip you some real money just for that. Right in the G-bag. Bam! That was a sick story. Oh, okay. Look, if you liked that, we do this all the time. Make sure you sign up to this channel. Sometimes you learn things about yourself. Gets a bit deep. But other times, it's that shit. Something for everyone.